beautiful people, my name is Redis Voltmir, and welcome back to my playthrough of Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars. We are here in the second overworld map, I'm going to call it. We are still exploring around. I feel like something's wrong. Did I maybe load the wrong save file? I hit the wrong button. No, this is the right one. Alright, I'm gonna redo this. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Redis of Altamira, and welcome back to my playthrough of Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars. So, we are in the second overworld map, I'm going to call it. Just exploring around, and we got an event right off the bat.
As you make your way to the coast, a piece of paper nearly smacks you in the face as it blows past. You snatch it out of the air. It depicts a woman standing before a sunset. She smiles sweetly at you. Examining the background of the picture closely, you spot a lighthouse in the distance. Written on the other side of the paper is a single word. My darling dearest, I give you my love, my treasure, my everything.
I feel like we have gotten this event before.
The only word you need to see, really. Treasure. Certain you'll come across it in your travels, you stuff the picture into your pack for safekeeping.
Okay. Little girl's drawing. Cool. Something about this feels weird. Oh.
You can't go in there.
Clearly. Yep, something is definitely off. Because I remember we had explored down here. Barren Harbor. Okay, yeah, we hadn't explored down there, but we had explored at least around this sign. So we're not too far behind, thankfully. And these Umbral Goblins are weak to wind, if I recall, right? Yep. Still not big enough to one-shot them, but we'll get there.
You did great.
Thanks. Alright, let's enter Unionville. Yes, I would like to enter Unionville.
You see something approaching from up ahead.
It's a slime.
A monster, Melanie shouts, readying for battle.
Oh, right, she doesn't like monsters.
Mr. Flobby, get back here. It's dangerous out there, a young girl chides, taking the creature back to the village.
Lobby!
It seems you've finally arrived at Unionville, a village where humans and monsters live together in peace. What a weird place, remarks Ridis lightheartedly. I like it. We aren't staying a moment longer than necessary, says an unsettled Melanie, her distaste for monsters plain on her face.
Ask the denizens of Unionville what they know about the dragon. Okay, But first things first, it's upgrade time. Let's see what you got. Mr. Blade for 1,000. Knight's chainmail. Oh, Mark can wear that too. And a fairy dress for Melanie. Okay. Alright, let's buy with the upgrades that we can. Okay, he's equipped with Ravagers, don't have to worry about that. We are going to buy the Thunder Staff for Melanie. Another 1,000. Just to keep her relevant. Gonna get the Air Splitter for Ridis. Ash is wearing the Knight's armor. Let's get the Knight's chainmail for my good boy Mar. And the fairy dress for Melanie. Let's see, what else does he have? Some protection, rings and stuff, but I think we're good. Oh, yeah, we're gonna get the ring of protection for Iridice. Cool. Will that be all? Yeah, you already took almost all of my money, mate. Nope, not going to the game parlor.
The woman frowns deeply, claiming the cakes she bought for her beloved furball have all been eaten by someone else. A quiet furball sits with crumbs around its mouth.
Clever boy.
The child says his monster friend left the village suddenly to go back home. He claims the headman told him that he could go home when he grew up too. The little orc child pouts, but I don't know where my home is. Wow, a new friend, and so big too, the furball exclaims in glee as it rushes over to Mar.
It can talk.
Mar stares off into the distance as the furball snuggles up to his leg.
I want to keep it.
For some reason, Ridis joins in on the cuddling.
I would cuddle the shit out of a furball. I'm not even gonna lie. I would snuggle up to that guy and be happy.
Lately, a suspicious man cloaked in black has been seen wandering about the village outskirts. The old woman looks at Melanie and remarks that he was dressed just like her.
Huh.
The village headman is a renowned gourmet, and rumor has it he only dines on the finest foods. The man says he wishes he too could have such a lavish meal just once in his life, his deep desire for delicacies only growing with time.
Okay. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Average Man's Flipside Story. We'll take a look at that later.
The little orc child is engrossed in a fairy tale. The title reads, The Legend of the Dragon.
What sort of story could this be? Sneak a
You
peek.
take a peek into the picture book and come across a passage that piques your interest.
The Legend of the Dragon. Defeated by the king's army, the dragon hid itself away.
To where, you wonder? Then recall that this is merely a fairy tale.
Is that though? It's probably more history than fairy tale.
However does your mouth become so filthy, Mr. Flobby? Sighs the girl as she wipes the slime clean.
Flobby.
Clearly embarrassed, Mr. Flobby murmurs, That's not my mouth.
Okay, it's just the same thing when we go to her. That's not his mouth. That's.
A young boy wanders up to your group in wide-eyed wonder. You surmise his curiosity stems from the lack of travelers visiting the village. You realize you are right when he assails you with questions about your origins and adventures. The Inquisition leaves you exhausted.
Inquisition? You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Simple Boy's Flipside story.
The little goblin sulks as he gazes upon the withering flowers he tried so desperately to take care of.
I get that.
He looks at you with tears in his eyes, silently begging you for help.
Stem some water.
They
on it.
must be thirsty, you think to yourself. Then douse the flowers in water until... Stop, stop, the goblin shrieks angrily. You're drowning them. If it were that easy, the goblin says, he would have done it himself.
Maybe we can try again? Yes, we can. Let's give him a salve.
You search your bag for salve, but come up empty-handed.
I can fix that. How may I help you? The proprietress asks. Yeah, I just need a salve. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. Yes, that will be all. Alright, back to the goblin. Give some
You
salve.
pour the salve onto the flowers, and they stand up tall.
Yeah.
The goblin cries out in happiness and thanks you for your help. He then holds something out to you.
Mysterious card? Yes. Mysterious card number 5.
The goblin stares lovingly at the beautiful flowers and gobbles them up. Healthy flowers are the tastiest, he proclaims in glee. Did he grow those flowers just to eat them?
I love this game. Let's see how many of those cards we have. Wait, they'll be under key items. We are missing number 4.
You ask the old man if he knows anything about the dragon. No, sir, he answers. All I know is that it brings more trouble to this already troubled world.
Okay.
But our headman is a wise and worldly man. He might know something, he remarks, pointing at a house not far away. Travelers, you hear a voice call from somewhere. Down here, at thy feet, you look down to see a small clump of fur by your boots.
Oh my god, the mare is adorable.
The clump of fur speaks. I am Lappy, and I should like to journey forth with thee. Lappy the furball looks at you with amiable expectations.
Alright, let's go.
Of course, the more the merrier, you exclaim, pumping your fist energetically into the air. But Melanie coldly interjects, no, I can't trust monsters. Thoroughly rejected by Melanie, Lappy bursts into tears. Lappy says he has no friends because of his aged face and speech. All alone, he decided to leave the village on a journey. Your party is silenced by the crying child with the face of a grown man. You tell Melanie to be nice and quip that both she and Lappy could use a friend. Exhausted from arguing with you, Melanie half-heartedly agrees. Fine, we can be friends. However, she says that they are on a dangerous journey to defeat the dragon. As such, they cannot take a child with them. Lappy leaps up and hugs her in his excitement, exclaiming, "Thou hast made me so happy."
Looks like Melanie and Lappy became friends.
Till next time, Melanie says, peeling Lappy off of her and placing him on the ground. Though she thought all monsters to be evil, Melanie feels that the ones here are different. Finally, a friend.
Oh. Oh. Oh, that wasn't the headman. Damn. Oh, wow.
You bow, but before you can speak, the man suddenly introduces himself as the village headman.
That face is gonna haunt my dreams.
He laughs, then shamelessly praises his own village as being wondrous and peaceful. "And who are you?" he asks.
We're the heroes who are gonna take the dragon down.
After explaining that you are on a quest to defeat the dragon, the headman invites you to rest your feet a bit in his village. He says that he had heard rumors of the dragon when he traveled the world. "You must be tired from your journey. Have a seat. I will have my chef prepare a feast," the headman says, then claps his hands twice to summon a stewardess. Extravagant dishes that you have never seen before are placed on the table before you, each one looking more delicious than the last.
Okay.
"You're drooling," Melanie scowls. You hadn't even noticed. You wipe your mouth with your sleeve, then gasp as you turn to Mar.
Who has already consumed the entire banquet.
Perhaps in an attempt to hold himself back, Mar is gnawing on the table corner.
Oh, Mar, you are such a good boy.
There. We'll eat soon, you reassure Mar while gently stroking his head. The doors fly open in the next instant, and a girl runs in. With tears in her eyes, she tells you that her dear companion, Mr. Flobby the Slime, is missing. The headman's eyes go wide in surprise. We must find that slime right away, he says anxiously. You are starving, but it doesn't look like you'll be able to partake of the feast before you because of Mr. Flobby's disappearance.
Aww. Fine.
We will find your slime, and then we feast, you add quietly. Melanie reminds you that you are here to get clues about the dragon from the headman. What's the difference? Literally everything. Hunger taking its toll, you two begin to argue. Brave heroes, the headman interjects, then bows his head. Would you please find her slime? It appears the story has hit a standstill until you find the missing Mr. Flobby. You need to hear the whole story from the young girl.
Find out what Mr. Flobby's friend has to tell. Alright, where is she? There she is. Went by her like 4 times.
The girl sobs, wailing about the missing Mr. Flobby. Melanie places her hand atop the girl's head and promises that your party will find her companion. The girl then hands something to Melanie. It looks like the muddy handkerchief she used to wipe Mr. Flobby. She asks Melanie to wipe Mr. Flobby with it after you find him.
Melanie received a handkerchief.
The girl claims to have searched the village but cannot find her friend anywhere. Regardless, looking aimlessly outside the village would be a waste of time. You decide to collect more information in the village.
Ask the good people of Unionville for hints as to Mr. Flobby's whereabouts. Okay. He has nothing to say. Oh, right, they're glowing. She's glowing.
She says she saw a suspicious man in black with a slime outside the village not long ago. She claims they went northwest together. Did that man take Mr. Flobby? You resolve to leave the village in search of the pair.
Make your way northwest of Unionville. I will in a moment. I want to. I just realized we only got a card from Ridis's village, but did we get? I think the 4th card, mysterious card, is there, and I want to see if we can't get it. It's the singing. I'm gonna listen.
As you listen closely, you are struck by a sudden dizzy spell. You sense a presence growing closer, but cannot react. The grass rustles, then a monster slowly shows itself from between the blades. It's a harpy.
Yes,
Realizing
finally.
you've been caught in the harpy's trap, you ready your weapons.
This is gonna be over quick, Harpy Lady.
Let's do this.
Let's see if she's weak against wind. Yep. And that did her.
For some time after that, you find yourself trembling at the mere sound of a bird's tweet.
Okay. Yes, I would like to enter Woodland. Let's start all the way down here and work our way up, see if there's anything we can help with. Wellwater fanatic. Scritch, scratch, scritch, scratch.
You follow the curious sounds to their source, our resident well water lover, digging at the dry well with his bare hands.
Right, because Mar drank it.
He digs and digs, but no water is forthcoming. What's worse, he has injured his hand in the process.
Okay.
Melanie beseeches you to help the poor man. But well digging was forbidden by our ancestors long ago. You've heard the legends, you protest.
What?
How is that the best lie you can come up with? She snaps back, appalled. The man turns towards you both, oblivious to the squabble playing out before him. Do you have any salve that might ease my pain? He asks.
No, but I can go get some.
You take your leave without giving him anything.
I'll be back. I'm gonna get more salve. I hope he gives me the card. I mean, it's just 20 gold, but... I mean, it's like, you know, $5 is $5, 20 gold is 20 gold, you know? Alright, leave the apothecary, ignore my addiction to cards. Let's go. Scritch, scratch. He's hurt his hand. Help me. Can't. Really? Help me. Hand over a salve.
You hand the man some salve. The instant he applies it to his hands, he resumes his furious digging, this time punctuated with shouts of "I feel incredible."
I just pictured this old man going Super Saiyan.
Not long after that, water erupts from the ground with a force unlike any you've seen. He sidles up to the jet of water and begins drinking from it as one would from a fountain. He is once again in his element. The man hands you mysterious card 4 to show his appreciation for the salve.
Huh. I didn't expect it to be that easy. Water from a well. Obtained mysterious card 4. Cool. Now let's get out of here. I really wasn't expecting it to be that easy. I was expecting to have to talk to, like, everybody. But... I'm okay with this. An enemy has appeared. Oh no, whatever will I do? A smite. Yeah. The answer is still smite. Oh god. 18 HP, 27 damage. That fungo did not ask for that. We're going to slash. Mar got poisoned. Mars attacks are adorable. Yes, leave the area. Alright. Went to the northwest. They probably went into the Nameless Shrine. But let's check out... Yep. Those... We just wanted to check out those spaces.
Though a torch is not strictly necessary, it would certainly help you find your way through the dimly lit shrine.
Check the nameless shrine for any sign of Mr. Flobby. Do I not have a torch? I do not own a torch. I'm gonna go pick up a torch. Probably find one at the item shop. Yeah, I'm looking for a torch. Do you have one? No. Okay. Well, it did say it wasn't necessary, so I guess onward and inward.
Your footing is obscured in the dimness of the shrine. You should probably proceed with caution.
Yeah.
I think you made the right choice.
You go forth slowly but steadily, taking it one step at a time.
You take a good look at the floor and see it lined in trails of viscous liquid. No doubt a slime or 200 have passed through here.
Marvelous.
It looks like poor Mr. Flobby is being held captive by the Mystery Man.
No.
Hand over that slime, you shout to the man in the dark. You speak as if I kidnapped him, he remarks, curtly turning to face you.
He is wearing very similar robes to Melanie.
When your eyes finally adjust to the surrounding darkness, you realize the man's clothes look eerily similar to Melanie's. Melanie's mouth falls open in surprise.
What a twist.
It seems the man has noticed Melanie as well. It looks like the two know each other.
Oh, do tell.
The man says that he and Melanie came from the same village, where this was their native dress.
Okay.
The man's revelation makes you realize that you know almost nothing about Melanie's past.
Nope, and I don't care because it brought me this music. I love this soundtrack.
You ask Melanie about her hometown, but she holds her tongue. Then the man speaks.
Okay.
With forbidden magic, our clan has ensured the dragon, he begins, when Melanie cuts in. She rattles on about the man, telling you that he is Vince, a lunatic obsessed with the dragon. Vince resentfully claims that he is searching for the noble dragon to protect it. You ran away from home with your tail between your legs, he ridicules. Enraged, Melanie lunges at Vince. You have so many questions, but realize that the most pressing matter is getting Mr. Flobby back. So you ready for battle?
Okay.
Careful, he won't go down easy.
Didn't think he would. Happenstance cards. First one is add 3 to all allies' attack. Nice. Let's cook him. Nice opening. We're just gonna slash him. Oh, he's gonna not freeze us, okay. But he has a spellcaster like Melanie. Alright, rolling claw. Next card. Another 3-2 attack. Alright, he tried to freeze us. Let's try to freeze him. Nailed it. He resisted. Need to heal up. We don't need to. In fact, that was probably a waste of a turn. Ow. Alright, Mari's going to regenerate. Another 3-2 attack. Oh yeah, that got him.
During the fight, Vince asks, "Do you know the truth about that village?" The headman may look like a nice old man, but he keeps those little monsters around too. He begins, but before he can finish, Winifred, Hedwyn, and Berwyn of the Ivory Order appear. The three brush you aside, fixing their attention on Vince. "So you are the one who disturbs the peace," they exclaim, then charge at him. The Ivory Order and that false justice they serve are the true evil here, he retaliates, fighting back.
I believe that. Results. Vince looks like he wants to say something, and we got 1,500 experience. Yes! Ash leveled up to 13. Marwyn up to 13. Melanie hit 13. Riddis hit 11.
Seeing the two parties occupied with each other, you realize this is your chance to grab Mr. Flobby.
Yes, it is. Save Mr. Floppy. In just a second. I know it's nothing, but we're gonna explore.
Perhaps wary of humans, Mr. Flobby dashes out when you draw near.
Yeah. Mr. Floppy escaped from the shrine. Catch him! Yes. There he is.
When you reach out to grab Mr. Flobby, he suddenly attacks.
We're gonna have to put him down, aren't we?
Lower Mr. Flobby's stamina to calm him down.
Alright, Melanie. Barbecue time. What? No XP and no gold, which is just fine after that last battle. Ooh, boy.
Exhausted from the fight, the raging Mr. Flobby finally stops attacking. But it seems he hasn't yet come to his senses. He glares warily at your party. Find something to help return Mr. Flobby to normal.
Yes, let's give him a sword. No, we're giving him the handkerchief.
You wipe Mr. Flobby's mouth with the handkerchief you received from the girl.
Is it his mouth, though? Is it?
Then you hear a quiet voice speak. That's not my mouth, Mr. Flobby murmurs bashfully. It looks like the girl's familiar scent on the handkerchief returned him to normal. Having regained his senses, Mr. Flobby heads back to the village.
Awesome.
You place the increasingly sticky handkerchief in your bag.
What did we just wipe?
Lappy approaches and tells you that Mr. Flobby has returned.
Yay. Talk with Mr. Flobby now that he is safely within the confines of Unionville.
The girl is ecstatic that Mr. Flobby is finally back home. I'm happy for you, Melanie says with a smile as she returns the handkerchief. The girl bows her head and thanks you deeply. Mr. Flobby looks as slimy as ever. You just hope it's a happy slime. The headman
happy.
wants us to bring Mr. Flobby to him. Would you mind, you ask? Of course not. But bring him back soon, she answers with a bright smile.
Oh god, he eats them. The hell? Alright, let's talk to him.
I am so happy to see you safe and sound, the headman exclaims, giving Mr. Flobby a hug. You explain everything that happened, including the incident with Vince and the Ivory Order. He expresses his relief that the Order will be taking care of the criminal. He then thanks you for your hard work and instructs his stewardess to prepare dinner for your party.
Woo, food!
You can feel your collective mouths watering at the sight of the lavish meal before you. You, Mar, and Ridis immediately dig in. You aren't sure where you find a moment to breathe among all the feasting. Please, eat to your heart's content, the headman insists with a smile. Once your belly is full, you realize that Mr. Flobby is gone. And then...
I thought I saw his card disappear.
Room for dessert? The headman asks, offering you a plate of slimy jelly. You feel your stomach churning at the very sight of it.
Mr. Flobby!
The color strikes you as familiar, and the stickiness sends a shiver down your spine. Is this Mr. Flobby? You ask the headman, your voice trembling in disbelief. The headman looks at you with a plain expression, one that holds no malice. Is that a problem? He questions back. This dish is a masterpiece, he remarks with a light-hearted chuckle as he gazes at the jelly. and I have you brave heroes to thank for it. Had you not brought that slime back, we would not be able to enjoy this exquisite dessert.
That's fucked up, man.
You move to leave, but the headman stops you. I try to get my meat while it's still young and tender, but at least your pet is very plump, he remarks, licking his lips.
If you come at my Mar, I will murder you, old man.
He points at Mar and asks, would you consider leaving that creature here with me?
How do I... No!
Never, you refuse flatly, not bothering to hide your discomfort. Think about it, he entreats. And then...
Mar eats him.
You grab the headman by his lapels, hands trembling in fury. And fight.
I don't know what I was expecting. That wasn't it, though. You knock the headman unconscious, and we got 500 gold.
You pummel the headman with all your might. Curled up on the ground, the headman groans in pain, but insists that monsters were meant to be eaten. You hug Mar tightly, reassuring him that you will not hand him over to anyone.
No.
Mar looks at you with his round eyes and mews softly. You meet eyes with the rest of your party and reach a tacit agreement. Together, you all stand and leave.
Yes.
As you are about to leave the headman's house, though, the old man suddenly charges at you from behind. But Mar, the keener of you two, is quick to block his path. With a crash, Mar and the headman tumble to the ground. From the headman's hand falls a small blade. It clatters to the ground, covered in blood.
Mar! No!
You take the injured Mar to an inn where you can watch over him. You gaze at the unconscious Mar with concern. Despite the shallow wound, no amount of medicine seems to rouse Mar from the bed. I heard that my friends were in danger, so I came as quickly as I could, Lappy says.
Hi, Lappy. At least you're a silver lining right now.
As he reaches Mar's bedside, he leans over and licks his wound. This is what-you-call-it extract, he shouts.
What-you-call-it extract? I love it.
He explains that it is a poison extracted from a certain monster. If it enters the body, it drastically reduces one's stamina. Hearing those words, you realize the headman's blade must have been coated in this poison. Mar's condition starts to make sense. Isn't there anything we can do? Melanie asks. Lappy's eyes widen in realization before he places his mouth over Mar's wound and begins sucking. He then puts the what-you-call-it extract into a bottle and hands it to you.
You receive what-you-call-it extract from Lappy.
Lappy says that if you follow the road south of the village, you will reach Shoreland. He tells you to give the extract to the famous nutritionist there.
What do you say to Lappy? You should tell him that he should go.
You try asking Lappy to go in your stead. Since you already know the particulars,
That's not what I thought was going
why
to happen.
don't you go? I would love to go, but alas, I am a monster, and still a child, he answers. Thus venturing to other towns would be perilous. You raise an eyebrow, recalling someone who had said they were ready to leave the village on a journey. You decide to go, knowing that Mar's health is your top priority. But this is strange. The extract comes from a monster, so it should have no effect on one, Lappy remarks with a curious tilt of his head.
Mar was removed from the party. Set up your party. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. I was gonna end this episode after getting Mr. Flobby back, but now I'm not ending it until Mar's okay.
I thought a beast of that size would eat us out of house and home, she remarks, no doubt talking about Mar. The girl sighs. You're dirty again, she says, wiping a slime's mouth. Mr. Flobby, you're alive, you exclaim in glee. This is Mr. Globby, Mr. Flobby's cousin, she tells you.
Okay, we're gonna go get my boy Mar back on his feet. A monster vanishes in a village where such creatures live together in peace with humankind. While on its trail, the proud witch encounters a one-eyed man from her past. As the Ivory Order and mysterious man cross blades, the self-proclaimed heroes slink away to see the missing monster home. The hidden village's secret comes to light. It is united in name alone. Monster falls protecting the would-be hero from the headman's blade. Knowing they must save their precious companion, the party sets out to the next town, where they meet two stalwart men who devote their lives to nutrition. Damn, that dude was jacked. Chapter 4, Shoreland. Follow the road leading south from Unionville toward Shoreland. What the hell?
With a whoosh of displaced air, something shoots across the path right in front of you. What is that thing?
It was a slime.
Careful not to attract attention to yourself. You sneak a glance in the direction the thing flew. Yep, monster, just like you thought. The monster rolls gleefully across the ground, reminding you of Mar. Your expression softens. Your friends give you strange looks. With a brisk clearing of the throat, you stride away.
Yep, cool. An enemy.
About the enemy.
Yeah, it's dead. I know normally I would be exploring right now, but but I do not care. I want
Look, you two, it's the
my
sea,
Mar.
Ridis exclaims, frolicking in glee. You, on the other hand, trudge along as far as you can from the coast, ignoring the hair sticking to your forehead. Feeling something at your feet, you glance down. There's something underneath your boot. It appears you've stepped on a monster's cape, making it very upset. It attacks you in fury.
Fun times. Let's go. Lizard Man. Happenstance cards. Ensure all allies and enemies' attacks all land. Alright, I don't know what they're weak against. So I'm gonna hold back a little bit right now. And we're gonna start off big with Thunderstorm. They're weak to thunder. We're going to heal up Melanie.
Nice work.
Same happenstance card. Gonna hopefully kill one of them. Yep. That hurt a little bit, but now I can finish the fight. $1,500 experience and 1,000 gold. Nice. Ridis learns Shockwave. Deals bolt damage and potential to paralyze. Enter Shoreland? Yes. Yes. Find the nutritionist residing in Shoreland. This looks like the type of place that would have a game parlor lighthouse. Oh god, my ringtone just went off very loudly. Right in my ears. Alright, I see where the nutrition clinic is, but we're going to talk to some people, just in case.
The man says the fishing industry is usually thriving in their seaside town, but recently nets have been coming up empty.
Dude's over here looking like a mostly naked Rock Lee. What?
He mentions that even the fishing harbor to the northwest has been suffering from poor hauls of late.
You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Muscle Man's flipside story. Cool.
You hear a roar in the distance. According to the townsfolk, it is a very recent phenomenon. Rumor in the village has it that it might be the dragon. I can feel the dragon's presence. I must inform Lady Winifred, the knight mutters. You feel impatient, determined not to let the order beat you to it.
So what we do is we gang up on the night guy, and that's not a priority right now.
A troubled woman tells you that there has been a rise in thefts lately. She speculates the recession to be the cause. She claims that even the cold medicine she always has on hand has disappeared.
Is it possible you just took it?
She narrows her eyes at the crowd, suspecting there is a thief among them, and offers a reward for the return of the medicine. Your ears perk up at the word reward, and you immediately agree to help expose the dirty thief.
Okay, but how? That card was not there before.
You approach a woman sneaking around in a corner of town. Hearing your voice, she turns in surprise. You see a vial of cold medicine clutched in her hands. You explain that the person she stole it from needs it back. The woman begins to explain her own situation with downcast eyes. My poor little boy is bedridden, she says tearfully. He needs medicine, but I don't have any money, so I took it.
I'm gonna let her keep it. I don't even care.
Hearing her tale, you are overcome by sympathy and decide to look the other way. She thanks you and hands you something, apologizing for not having more.
I mean, I'm happy I got that, but
Medicine in hand, the woman leaves quickly. Now then, what to tell the other lady?
nothing. We tell her nothing.
The sign on the door reads, "The Great Nutritionist Oreo." You open the door without knocking. Is anyone home, you call?
Rude.
A muscular man emerges from the back.
That dude is also quite buff.
You politely ask if he is the nutritionist. Indeed, I am the nutritionist Oreo, he answers. He says he has been studying dietetics here for many years. You hand Oreo the extract and explain that your comrade is now bedridden because of it. He stares at the extract for a long time, and then opens the bottle and laps at the liquid inside.
Bruh!
That's poison, Melanie shouts in alarm. The man insists that he'll be fine with his expertise of nutrition, and insists that knowledge is power, as if that will help somehow.
I mean...
Regardless, it seems he managed to grasp the composition of the poison with that lick, and starts concocting a nutritional supplement to counter it.
Okay.
However, he says he needs a spry fish, which has been difficult to catch lately. He needs a special fish to make the necessary supplement.
Okay.
When he explains that you can catch one in the surrounding sea, Riddis confidently interjects. She shows you a page from her ancient tome, which explains the ecology of the fish in detail. That book comes in handy from time to time, Melanie remarks in surprise.
This is literally the first time, Melanie.
Oreo gasps as if remembering something. He says that his son went out fishing and, with a bit of luck, may have already caught a spry fish. It sounds like his son is fishing on the wharf. You decide to go find him.
Yeah, I do. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Riddis's Flipside story. I'm gonna check that out later. There he is.
You see a young man with his line in the water and call out to him. He turns around and flexes, shouting out suddenly, "Power is power."
He's gonna join our team.
You stare, enchanted by his bulging musculature. There is no doubt in your mind that this is Oreo's son. He asks if you have business with him.
Look at that toned physique! Eye on the price. Eye on the price, Red.
Though you are pretty sure of the answer, you ask the young man if he is the nutritionist's son. That I am, he answers. He introduces himself as Bruno and says he is learning to be a nutritionist like his father.
Why not be a bodybuilder with...
You introduce yourself, expressing to him that you are a hero on a journey and require a spry fish to save your ill comrade. His eyes begin to sparkle the moment you utter the word hero, and he becomes engrossed in your tale. More or less grasping the situation, he regrets to inform you that he has not caught any spry fish yet. He says that a monster has settled near their town, and its thundering roars have scared most of the fish away. You know Oreo needs a spry fish to make that supplement. Hearing the despair in your voice, Bruno speaks, his words like an ember in the dark. He tells you that there is a harbor near town where fishermen gather. Perhaps you can find the fish you seek there. You thank him for the information, then head to the harbor with your comrades. Just as you are about to leave, Bruno offers to escort you there. Is it a reward you're after? You are about to ask, but Melanie smacks you on the head before you can voice it and allows him to come along.
Is it a whack? Shut up. Bruno joined your party. Called it. No, I'm good for now. Alright, we need to go to the harbor, which was one of the first places we uncovered.
Bruno looks ecstatic that he was allowed to join your party. When you ask him why, he tells you that his dream is to be an adventurer and has thus been training every day.
I can see that.
But his father, famed in the world of nutrition, forced him into following in his footsteps. One desires strength, the other knowledge. Unable to see eye to eye, the two fight nearly every day. What will you ask Bruno?
You got something against armor? I'ma do it.
Curious about his attire, you ask why he does not wear armor. He confessed that he once wished for armor, but deemed it unnecessary after gaining so much muscle.
How are you with a sword?
You ask Bruno about his sword arm, saying you are something of a swordsman yourself. Bruno replies that he specializes in hand-to-hand combat, then flexes his bulging biceps as proof. Apparently, he only carries around a sword to look like an adventurer.
So, he shares
In
a kid
that
with
moment,
Mara.
you realize something. While his passion for being an adventurer is true, he is dumber than a sack of rocks. The words "birds of a feather flock together" run through your mind, but you quickly chase them away, afraid of what that means for you.
Oh, that's great. It means you're dumb as a sack of rocks. Which means I'm dumb as a sack of rocks, because that's... Anyways, my boy Mar. Scour the harbor for a spray fish. Come on. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 people here. Start here.
He has been fishing for several days, having decided not to return home empty-handed. He hopes his wife and child back in Shoreland are well. The woman says she has been waiting here for days, worried about her husband, who has yet to return.
Okay. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Muscle Maiden's flipside story.
Lately, a monstrous roar has been disturbing the seas and scaring away all the fish. He sighs, lamenting that his catches have been poor as a result.
Thanks, Mike Guy in briefs.
A rough-tempered piscator stands there, having just returned from fishing. Mars' fate rests upon this man's haul. Terrible, he says, showing you the few fish he's caught. Inside you see...
A spray fish? Yes.
A spry fish, Bruno shouts. You ask him if you can have the spry fish, but he says he won't give it up for free.
I will volunteer someone you know what? Nope, not going there. How much?
When you ask how much it will cost, he gives the absurd price of 1,000,000 gold pieces.
Bruh.
You're heartless, Ridus pouts. The man is enraged by the rude response. Just then, Bruno prances forth and shouts, "Stop right there!" Your fisherman muscles are simply sublime, he exclaims. He challenges the man to a competition of muscles with the spry fish as the prize. The piscator seems interested and agrees on one condition. If you lose, you must become my servant. This one's all yours, Melanie says, patting you on the shoulder. Then let the carnival of might and muscles begin, Bruno roars, completely fired up. Your puny body is no match for mine, the piscator shouts back, throwing a punch.
Oh boy. Happenstance card. Cool. Cover 4 HP. We don't exactly need that, but cool. Alright, we're gonna pop this attack herb. Did we just do steroids? Makes sense. Add 3 to all allies and enemies attack. Alright, let's see how this goes.
A battle of beefiness.
Huh.
It feels like watching a bodybuilder competition.
Yep.
It looks like your adventure
First time seeing the game over screen. But I'm just going back in. I need Mar back on his feet. I want Mar back on his feet. I should actually make a proper save. It's been a minute. We've done some things. The wrong bloody button. Gonna save here. Yep. Let's see if there's anything we can do about Muscle Man here. Okay, I don't like the way his kit is set up, so let me just, there we go. shuffle some things around. Check his equipment. We're making him wear some armor. I doubt he's gonna actually do anything. Alright, is there a way to skip
Mars'
this?
fate rests upon this man's hall. Terrible, he says, showing you the few fish he's caught.
Got the spry
You ask
fish.
him if you can have the spry fish, but he says he won't. The Piscator is shocked by your outburst.
Ah, schmuck, you
What
schmuck.
did you say? The Piscator roars, and you immediately hide behind Melanie. The man is enraged by the rude response. Just then, Bruno prances forth and shouts. He challenges the man. This one's
Okay.
all yours. Then let the carnival of your puny body
That
is
was
no
funny.
match for mine. The Piscator
Give me the
shouts back,
fish!
throwing a punch.
Alright, we are going to pop the muscle herb. Increase our defense. Get 3 to our attack.
It feels like watching a bodybuilder competition.
Ah, only 2. Right, we're still under muscle herb, so we're gonna pop an attack herb. We can only have one at a time, it seems. +2 to everyone's attack.
Looking ripped.
Alright. Recover 4 HP. Nice, nice, nice. We're gonna bull rush.
A battle of beefiness.
Oh my god. Ha! You whiffed. And we're back to full HP. We're gonna jump
You're doing great.
this time. Alright. We're gonna finish this off with a bull rush. No XP, no gold, I'm okay with that.
His victory sealed, Bruno strikes a glorious pose and shouts out, "Witness the power of power." Defeated, the Piscator hands over the spry fish to Bruno. Bruno extends a hand to the Piscator, who has fallen to his knees. With a serene smile, he takes the offered hand. An unspoken friendship begins to form between the two. Or at least, you hope that's what the prolonged silence between them means.
You obtained a spry fish. Excellent. Delivered the spry fish to Oreo. Yes, I would like to change my party lineup. Thank you. Oh, I didn't know I could get taken out. That's interesting. Yes, I would like to enter Shoreland.
With the spry fish in hand, you head back towards Oreo's clinic. Bruno looks at your group sadly, reluctant for this little adventure to end. You hand the fish to Oreo and ask him to make you the supplement.
Damn, that's a big motherfucker.
Give me a moment, he says, then takes the fish and heads into the back.
I apologize for the skip. There was something I had to go take care of. One hour later.
It's ready, he says, emerging from his room and handing you a bottle.
Energy concentrate acquired. Oreo's homemade supplement is nutritious and flushes out monster poison.
You hope this will get Mar back on his feet. You need to get back to Unionville on the double. But before that...
Well, take care.
You face Bruno and say, "Take care," then run off. But Bruno stops you and says he wants to journey with you just a little longer. But Oreo is quick to douse the flames of his desire. You will stay here and study, he commands. Then you leave me no choice. Bruno's expression reads as he raises both hands behind his head and squats at hyper speed. I want to show this power to the world, Bruno proclaims to his father. You have much to learn, my son, Oreo retorts as he starts sidestepping at breakneck speed.
Oh, God.
Only the sound of their labored breathing and bodies moving resonates through the otherwise silent room. You can only look on in stunned silence at the enigmatic display.
30 minutes later.
Bruno falls to his knees, panting. This is my limit. You have grown, my son, Oreo says, looking no worse for wear. So are you coming with us or not? Melanie interjects, ever the blunt one. Only our muscles know the answer, comes Bruno's cryptic reply. I don't get it, Ridis remarks frankly. On the condition that he study nutrition upon his return, Bruno is allowed to go with you for just a little while longer. You realize that these two have a very special way of talking that no one else can understand.
Make your way to the Unionville Inn and give Mars some energy concentrate. That was a thing that happened right there.
Hearing yet another roar in the distance, you realize you need to get the supplement to Mar so you can investigate the sound together.
Yes, that too. Yes, I would like to leave the area. I need to get this to Marv ASAP. Mar! Yes, I want to enter Unionville.
Any travelers with magical little critters can stay for free, the innkeeper informs you. It appears the headman's long-standing pronouncement on the welcoming of all magical creatures also applies to you and your party.
Mar!
Mar lies listlessly upon the bed, looking somewhat haggard. You help Mar sit up. Drink this, Mar, you say to him gently. He weakly opens his mouth, and you slowly pour the energy concentrate inside.
Yay!
Mar abruptly bolts up and turns his head toward you with a puzzled look. It looks like Mar is all better now.
Bear hug.
You give Mar a tight hug. Mar mews softly in discomfort.
Sorry. Buddy.
Overcome with joy, you sob and stroke Mar's head. Melanie and Ridis watch you two with a smile. Bruno is deeply moved to see nutrition bringing a smile to others.
Yay! Got
With
my
this,
Mar back.
you can finally put the happenings of that strange village behind you. You decide to take Bruno back to Shoreland, then continue your search for the dragon.
See Bruno to his home in Shoreland. Oh yes, I will set up my party. Oh yes. Ridis, get the fuck out. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, everybody, that's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell button, leave a comment, share it with your friends, do all that fun YouTube stuff. I'll see you in the next video. Be good people.